time.
So now y'all want to leave Southwest Airlines because they ended their 2 free check bag policy and not after that lady got sucked out the window? Lets me know everything I need to know about consumer spending. And shout out to Phil, because what does Southwest Airlines think they're doing? Now, after 54 years of giving people 2 free check bags, Southwest Airlines decided, well, we're going to rescind that offer. Now, Southwest states that individuals with the highest loyalty status will be sparred from these fees, but others will have to pay for checked bags for flights booked from May 28th. Now, the announcement represented Southwest's latest decision to drop a practice that had made it unique and appealing to customers. Now, according to the New York Times, they say that the airline is also working to add premium seats. Really now? I feel like premium seats is a pretty good offer, but the New York Times article goes on to say that it's ending its open seating policy and recently started offering red-eye flights. When it announced these changes in September, the airline said that it would retain its beloved bag policy, which in its own study, now remember, they created their own study to determine which policies to keep and which ones to get rid of. In that study conducted by Southwest Airlines, it said that it found that the key differentiator for customers was keeping that 2 free check bag policy. But according to the research done by the New York Times, they stated that the only reason why these changes are being made is because investor pressure is making them do this. They go on to say that the airline had struggled in recent years to contain cost and boost revenue, while other major airlines benefit from rising customer interest in premium international travel. Southwest lacked the high-end offerings and routes to benefit those trends. If we're being honest, Southwest Airlines just opened up pricing for Google Flights. Before, when you were trying to track flights from all the airlines, they would also reroute you to Southwest website because they would not offer pricing on Google Flights. And it seems as that Southwest Airlines is really behind in the times. Like, we understand pricing goes up, but how are you going to increase pricing, but we still can't even get you at major airports? The fact that I have to fly through Midway and take the Orange Line to downtown Chicago, it's crazy. Why are you not at O'Hare? But like early last year, when Delta Airlines stated that they were changing their medallion status and then people threw a hissy fit, they ended up reverting back to their old status. So maybe after the uproar that Southwest Airlines hears from their customers and customers taking their miles to other airlines, maybe they'll revert back to their old policy.
America, calm down. It ain't even that serious. Bitch, you out here playing in our face. We have bombed people for much less. You ain't never lied. Shut the fuck up, United. Bitch, I ain't even do nothing. I'm out here catching strays. And for what? Bitch, I don't even understand what the big deal is. How in the entire A few hours later. Fuck! Are you gonna take away our 2 free checked bags? That is messed up, Southwest. Bitch, you ain't never gave nobody free checked bags. Exactly. I ain't never gave nobody free checked bags, so there's no way for them to miss it. I mean, are you even gonna lower the prices of your tickets? Absolutely the fuck not. Why would I do that? It would defeat the purpose. I'm about to crash the fuck out. Good for you, Southwest. Never give these moochers anything for free. When I was a child, I read, "If you give a mouse a cookie, completely changed my life." JetBlue, didn't you ask for a bailout in 2020? On the advice of my counsel, I will be pleading the 5th Amendment. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on that shit too. You bitch asses be crashing more than landing these days and have the audacity to ask for more money. Hey, now that's not fair. Most of the time we land safely on the ground. It's just that every once in a while, a bunch of people die. But that ain't our fault. So whose fault is it, bitch? What if we give you extra snacks during the flights? That's it, I'm flying Spirit. Oh, come on, bitch. They charge you to have stuff in your pocket. If you order your shit ahead of time, you can get a checked bag, a selected seat, and a carry-on for cheaper than your flights. That's true, by the way. Hey, Southwest, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch light, we gonna be direct. I fucking hate consequences. Ha ha. 2 bags fly free. That is not your slogan. Respectfully, Southwest, that's not your slogan anymore either, so why don't you sit there and shut up?
Ooh, I heard you heard about Southwest and their bag policy, how bags no longer fly free. Well, I used to be a software engineer at Southwest. They fired me last year and I got some tea to spill. Ooh! I'm gonna start off by saying that never did I ever sign an NDA, so anything that I am saying, I'm allowed to say. Okay, so I just want to clear up a few things. One, Southwest, their bag policy, they literally coined the term bags fly free. but now they're no longer flying free. Even in September, Bob Jordan, the CEO, said that they're not going to touch the bag policy. That's going to stay as it is. They're not going to touch it. Okay, they touched it. Also, they got the layoffs. Southwest, in a whole history of 54 years of the company being in existence, they never had a layoff. They pride themselves on that. They didn't have a layoff during 9/11. They didn't have a layoff during COVID. So don't fall for the bullshit that the news is saying that Southwest never really recovered from COVID. That's a lie. They did. You know how I know? Because I got hired after COVID. And when I got hired, there was 10,000 other employees hired with me. That's flight attendants, pilots, engineers, all the shit. We all got hired we all got hired because that was the first time that they could hire after COVID. They didn't lay nobody off during COVID. They just didn't hire anybody. So they acquired an airline, AirTran, and now they were finally in a position to hire. And finally in a position to hire. And that was the biggest hiring event since they acquired AirTran. Excuse me. So that's that. What Southwest never really recovered from financially is that fiasco. That holiday fiasco back in 2022, when during Christmas it was all the chaos. Flights was getting canceled, planes wasn't flying, there was no crew. It was all that shit. Y'all remember that? It was all over the news. Congress, it was everywhere. Like Southwest had to answer for that. And what happened was, because again, I'm a software engineer, I was a part of that. My team wasn't a part of that directly because we did what we were supposed to do to avoid that, but there's two types of way to run a business, right? In a modern day and age, usually everything is in the cloud. All the data, all the servers, everything is serverless. Everything is in the cloud. That's what they use in modern technology, modern day society for businesses, especially businesses of that scale. Southwest did not. They were late to the party. They still had data centers, on premises data centers. They are so temperamental that you're limited in capacity, data. You're limited. Like you're literally just limited with everything. So what happened is that shit shut down because it was an over influx of first the scheduling system shut down. So once the scheduling system shut down for the pilots and the flight attendants, that trickled down to the customers because there's no planes, there's no pilots, there's no crew, and you have all these people needing to go places. You see the connection? You see how it can cause chaos during Christmas? Yeah, I was even there. I was flying somewhere for Christmas. I got stuck in that shit. Neither here nor there. So that's what they never recovered from financially, because they had fines after fines after fines. And then this is the kicker, the double kicker. So not only they had all these initiatives to, by the way, they are now in the cloud. I helped with that initiative as well. They are now in the cloud. I helped modernize their system. Okay. So another thing that they did to maximize revenue. So if you notice, if you log on to Google, Flight Southwest now pops up. It never used to pop up before because Southwest was trying to, they might still be trying to do Southwest Vacations, which is kind of like Delta Vacations, where you put packages together with other airlines and other companies, right? Because Southwest is very secluded, very by themselves, you can't sit with us. So now they're up there. So, but the Boeing, this is the kicker. One of the things that they were going to do to maximize their revenue was get new planes, upgrade their planes, and they had a deal with Boeing. And they were going to get a certain amount of planes. So they went and hired mad people, mad pilots, flight attendants, everything. And they had to resend their offer because when all that shit went down with Boeing. Remember when Boeing, they had whistleblowers coming up talking about how they're skimping on the quality. They had wings falling off of planes. Remember that Alaskan airline where the wing fucking fell off the plane? Yeah. So people were coming out talking about how they've been skimping on the quality and getting killed oft for speaking out. But what does Bob Jordan, CEO of Southwest, go do? Oh, we stand with Boeing. We stand with Boeing. Do you even know what the fuck is going on with Boeing? I get it. You're trying to save your company, trying to save your business relationship. But let's think smarter. Why are you going to attach yourself to a company that's burning, that's falling? Why are you doing that? And I asked the question, what's in it for us? Like, is there some kind of financial compensation? Because we were expecting and built, like we as a company, Southwest, this is when I was working there, I asked my manager, what is the compensation? Like, and she was like, oh, basically it seemed like some backdoor shit where they'll outsource their pilots to Boeing. I don't know why Boeing needs pilots besides testing. I don't know. I thought they're just a manufacturer. I don't know. But yeah, it was like some backdoor dealing. So to me, right before I got fired, because we were on a hiring freeze because we were profitable. We made money, very profitable. Because the reason why I know is because they go over the financials every quarter, and then we get bonuses based on how well they do and how well we do. Okay, so we already knew that financially they were pulling back. They was back on a hiring freeze, and they were eliminating anyone who got hired newer or wasn't really up to par. And then I think that's how I got fired. But yeah, so don't believe the shit. Like, Southwest is going down. It has to. Like, your main claim to fame is open seat policy, which is done for, as well as the bags flying free. So there's really no reason why anyone would go with Southwest, because they're overpriced. They have mad layovers. They don't have really any direct flights, and they don't even have outlets or anything. So I don't know. Maybe this is messy, but I knew this was coming. I knew it. But one thing I know, because they fired me, them firing me wasn't really, it was some shady shit. So all I'm going to say is, karma, oh well.
Southwest canceling their bags fly free makes me think they don't know their customers. We fly Southwest because the bags fly free. You think we want to scramble for a middle seat with no charger and no TV and pay for our bags as well? That's like Waffle House saying, oh, from now on you have to have reservations and we're instituting a dress code. To eat at Waffle House, you have fights here. There are fist fights over my grits, and I accept it because the food is cheap and good. That's like McDonald's saying, oh yeah, from now on our food is going to take about an hour to an hour and a half. Not for $5. No, it's not. It's going to be fast. That's like Subway. This is what happened with Subway canceled the $5 footlong. Oh, you thought we were coming here because the food was good. We were coming here because we had $5 and we were hungry. Little Caesars knows. Their pizzas say $5 hot and ready. They don't say hot, ready, and good. It ain't good. It's just hot and ready. And you got the $5 when we got the pizza. Southwest, I couldn't think of a bigger mistake. Now you just bigger spirit. You're done wrong. You're done wrong.
The craziest thing about this whole Southwest bags fly free change that they made isn't the fact that they got rid of it for all the normal people. It's the fact that they kept it for business class people. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I've ever seen a suit on a Southwest airplane. You think rich people are flying the school bus in the sky? No ma'am. If somebody is rich enough to be in business class, they're flying United. They're flying Delta. They're flying someplace that has a charger on their seat. They're flying someplace that has a Wi-Fi that works on the plane. They're not flying a place where they have to fight for their seat. And so this whole delusion that the CEO has, this is what the customers wanted. No, we wanted a place that'll let us fly somewhere for cheap. And you're taking that away. You're essentially just a Spirit Airlines, a Frontier Airlines. You don't even clean the seats. So what service are you providing? Nothing. If I'm going to be paying the same price, I'm going to go get a better deal, a better experience. I hope you get fired. Robert Jordan? I'd fucking change your name to Rob. It'd be more fitting. Jesus Christ. Get out of here, dude. Eat the rich.
If you fly Southwest, be prepared to start paying for your first and second luggage, okay? Starting May 26th of 2025, they will no longer be letting us fly that shit free. I'm so happy I'm going on my trip this weekend because, baby, them bag checks be expensive. This is going to be like Spirit Airlines all over again. This is going to be like Frontier all over again. And they have not even said how much these bags are actually going to cost us. Are they going to go by weight? Are they just going to be like first or second bag? Are they going to be like carry-on costs a certain thing? Backpacks cost a certain thing? Actually going under the plane costs a certain thing? They haven't disclosed any of that goddamn information. And May is popping up to us in what? About 2 months? Y'all need to come on and tell us, Southwest, this shit is bullshit. This is why people fly, y'all. Now we're going to figure out another place to go. Well, we ain't really got nowhere else to go because Frontier and Spirit, I'm never flying them again. Frontier and Spirit in Atlanta is in the ghetto side of the fucking airport. I will never fly that shit ever again.
Southwest Airlines ending their free check bag policy isn't the story. The story is Southwest Airlines bets big on loyalty. Let's get into it. Currently, all airlines are having a tough time right now. They're all getting together with their teams and they're sitting in these big fancy rooms and they're coming up with ideas to differentiate themselves from the others. I'm not surprised Southwest Airlines is incentivizing their free check bag policy. They should have did it a long time ago. It's because the days of searching for the most cheapest flight are quickly ending. Don't y'all see the trend? This new shift in policy that Southwest Airlines has had for generations is proving that we're going into the new generation of travel. I can see a future with every U.S. airline having lounges, having first class services, having stuff that sets them apart, inviting customers to frequently use them. As travelers, we need to recondition our minds to now look at these policies, to now look at what they're offering, to validate why you should go with someone or not. We are truly in the new age of air travel, and I'm excited to see what comes of all of this.
I'm telling you, Southwest did not have a choice and they had to start charging bag fees. And it's not because of what you think it is, it's because they're stupid. No, really, stay with me. They're not bright. Rewind to June 2024 when Elliott took a $2 billion stake in them, and we all know they came for the money. Not even a month later, Southwest was talking about how they've carried twice as many bags as the major US airlines and about 3 times that of the discounters, which literally means they left billions on the table. Then at their investor day, they were talking about how they're seeing more business travelers, but their business travelers are traveling less. So they now need to capture a greater share of wallet, and the only way to do that is to start charging you and your luggage.
You're canceling our free bag policy? Is this yours? If you have stuff, you now owe us money for that. Is it filled with stuff that you bought and paid for? Our executives want to make more money, and you paying for your luggage is exactly how we're gonna do that. No, you're gonna have to pay us a lot of money for that now. Everybody's stuff used to be important, but now it's not, okay? The executive vacations aren't gonna pay for themselves. Can I have all the Razzle Dazzle Special Elite Platinum Superstar miles to go ahead and come right to the front? Your Super Broke ticket doesn't include your bag going there and returning. You're gonna pay 2 separate prices to go ahead and keep your own stuff with you. If you bought the Broke ticket, if you could just stand so far away from the Elite members, they don't wanna get any of your yucky dust on their diamond dust that we're sprinkling over them as they walk in. No, the Super Broke tickets can't stand here, okay? You're gonna go ahead and stand out there by the dumpsters. Listen, we just want to make more money, and your money is exactly how we're going to make more money. We've already canceled open seating, so we can charge you more for the same seat that you were already going to sit in the first place. So if you just want to head to that ATM right and then just bring us cash. We're only going to charge you more for a bag if you bought an affordable seat. If the seat you bought was not affordable, you can go ahead, come right in and sit right next to the pilot in the elite seat. Can't even say it. Yeah, your Broke ticket does include the seat that's right next to the lavatory. And everyone who's confused about what is going on to just go home. We're now boarding all of our special elite paid us more passengers. Yeah, your charcuterie board and emotional support puppy will be ready for you at your seat. But if the Broke passengers do get hungry, you can go ahead and just think about the food that the first class will be eating. If you bought the Broke ticket, please just go away.
So y'all know I'm just a flight attendant for the company, right? Literally, it's nothing worse than being a flight attendant and getting the news the same time as everybody else of a major decision from the company or the carrier that you work for, and then family, friends, and passengers that I know I'm going to have to come up with some type of answer to this week, asking you questions as if you were sitting in that meeting and making the decision and having a vote. We found out today, just like y'all. Literally woke up, saw the news, and I was like, oh, bet. Okay, that's what we doing. I'm not saying if I agree or disagree. To be honest, that's my job. So, I just roll with the punches. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Hey, but I'm just a flight attendant, y'all. I don't know.
Let's talk about this Southwest debacle. If you don't know, Southwest is currently making headlines because they took away their 2 free bag policy. Hence this headline, rest in peace Southwest, you did this to yourself. Southwest was acquired by the Elliott Investment Management Group, who now makes pretty much all the decisions. I think what's going on at Southwest really is an example of when you don't know your customer. Most people fly Southwest because it used to be you can sit anywhere and you could bring a carry-on, or you always had the option of having 2 free checked bags. It was a great competitive advantage, especially because Southwest flights are priced slightly higher than others. But if you've ever been on a Southwest plane, it's pretty outdated. No outlets, no TVs, barely any snacks. So the 2 check bag was the only thing they had really going for themselves. Many customers are now saying they will no longer be on Southwest. I predict that Southwest would bring back the bag policy in some capacity because the numbers will not lie when people stop flying. There is no reason why I should have woke up pissed off from Southwest Airlines saying that they're canceling their free checked bags. I'm a Southwest advocate, and everyone knows that. I mean, I literally woke up this morning to several DMs because people were sending it to me because I'm always sticking beside Southwest. And it's just like, now I have no reason to sit beside y'all because y'all done pissed me off. Literally last year when they released that they were going to assign seats model, they literally said verbatim that they were not going back on their check bags policy. And now look. And it's just like, I knew that it was cap and I knew that it was coming. And it's just like disheartening to see that y'all lied and went back on y'all word. But it's just like, Southwest, that was such a dumb move for y'all. And it's like, are y'all broke or are y'all greedy? Or are y'all just showing that this is Trump's America? Because y'all are literally showing why corporations are cutting up. Over half of their planes are old and they don't offer charger ports. They don't have video screens to watch movies. You literally have to watch it from your phone or iPad with free Wi-Fi. And that is fine. While we are grateful, it's like, we're going to get better bang for our buck with Delta, United, American, etc. And y'all are literally on the same tier as Frontier and Spirit now. And finally, their new 2024 planes have better seats and finally charger ports, the USB-C. But it's like, that is so late now. Like, we are on to bigger and better. And it's just like, why are y'all so late to the game? Then y'all want to come out with this no check bags? The clientele is about to go low. They literally brand themselves as a family-friendly airline. So what, did that just go out the window? Like... And I'm a Southwest credit card holder, so I still will be flying and I will still get 1 free check bag. But it's like, y'all just literally messed it up for yourselves. Like, I guarantee they're about to see a decline in their clientele after May 28th. Mark my words.
I'm highly upset with Southwest because they're taking away their 2 free check bag policy. Like, let me tell y'all a little story. Like, when I graduated from Jackson State, my family flew down here. Y'all know I have a big ass family. And we flew back all my stuff from my dorm room because everybody was able to travel with 2 free check bags. We checked everything from my dorm room, shorty. Imagine I stayed at Jackson State all 4 of my years. We packed everything up and flew back home. And now y'all want to cancel y'all 2 free bag policy?
This was him last September. Will bags still fly free?
Bags will still fly free, yes. It's the third thing the customers look for after fare and schedule is bags fly free on us. 97% of people are aware of our policy, so it's a huge consumer advantage.
So as long as you're at Southwest, that's not going to change?
Well, never say never.
I just work there. I just work there. I love them. I love them. But I just work there, y'all. I don't have any answers. I was just as surprised as y'all. They gotta make their money too. I just work there. Yep.
We gonna have a real conversation. Y'all don't care nothing about Southwest Airlines. All y'all care about is those 2 free bags. If Frontier Airlines had an option with 2 free check bags, you'll be flying them. This is the real issue. Unfortunately, Southwest Airlines created their own problem. They had an incentive that overshadowed everything about the airline. Nobody cares about anything else. All they care about is those 2 free check bags. What I would have suggested if I worked in the operations department is to go big on customer service, go big on in-flight offerings, go big on other things so people could forget about this check bag situation. Because currently, your value proposition is gone. I love that you're looking for your most loyal customers, but your most loyal customers just told you they're only loyal to their bags. And this is exactly why Delta is sitting on a hill all by themselves. They focused on customer service. They focused on giving the best customer service possible, and that's priceless. And because it's priceless, when things go bad, they could lift them prices up. When they go back and doing a little good, maybe they could drop them down. But I think the lesson here is never, and it's kind of crazy because this is ideally what you want to do, but you never know what times may lead you. But you never want to have an incentive that overshadows the entire value proposition that you have to offer if you were to take it away. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Y'all really need to get a fucking grip about the whole Southwest bag charge thing. They just went through some massive layoffs here in Dallas. Like 1,500 people got laid off. And do you think they did that for funsies? Clearly, they're not doing well. And yes, we love that they had, well, they used to have great prices, but we love that we didn't have to charge or like pay for getting our bags checked, even though who the fuck travels with checked bags nowadays? But if they are implementing this, do you really think they're doing it because they think it's going to be fun? That everyone's going to be receptive to having to pay an additional $25 to travel? Get a fucking grip. Nobody wanted to decide to do this as if it was like the best possible decision. They're clearly not doing well. So for people who are saying like, who thought this was a good idea? Or like, I can't believe that they're doing this. Like, well, yeah, I mean, they kind of have to do something. I don't work for Southwest. I don't know anything about what's going on behind the scenes. I think I'm just having to sit and be like, guys, like there are decisions for everything that happens. Sometimes it's stupid shit, like the DEI stuff. Sometimes it's like, we just gotta start charging more for things because we are not making revenue. We're not able to keep people that are good employed, blah, blah, blah. So y'all just go touch some fucking grass.
Okay, so Southwest is canceling the 2 bags for free policy. How does that affect y'all? Y'all let me know in the comments. For me, I've only flown Southwest one time. Me and my husband went to Mexico and my sister suggested that we fly Southwest. So that was like in, 2019 when I was pregnant with Pooh? Yeah, we flew there and I didn't like it. It was cramped, it was small. You know, it was just not my thing. But as far as checking in bags, when me and my husband travel, we always pay to get our bags just thrown on the airplane. Because once the plane stops and parks, we want to just get up and go. We don't want to get up and grab from the upper part and pull stuff out and wait in line. And I personally feel like that takes a lot of time. So does my husband. So we just get up and scooch to the road because we don't have to wait for anybody to move or wait for somebody to pick up whatever stuff. Plus, we don't want to carry and hold all that on the plane. That's just us though. So this particular policy is not going to affect us at all because one, we don't really fly Southwest. Again, like I said, that was like a trip to Mexico. Will we ever fly Southwest again? We might, depending on the price and the circumstances. But as of today and this point, Delta's good. United is good. JetBlue is actually I like JetBlue. JetBlue is really decent. So, you know, even with the Spirit Airlines and stuff like that, you think you're getting a better deal, but you kind of not. Like with Spirit, you got to pay for everything. It was a mess. When we've flown even American Airlines, when we checked in our bags, the amount that we paid was just decent. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, we got to pay this much. It's over. I think it was free too. It's been so long since we flown United. I got to ask my husband because we was like exactly at £1 to where they would have to charge us a certain amount or something. And we made it or whatever. And we was good. And then when we flew back, I think we had to fly back on Spirit. I want to say it was either Spirit or it was another company versus the company that we flown in on. I want to say it was Spirit. I think it was Spirit. And we ended up paying like $200 for the same stuff that we did. So these like cheaper, quote unquote, cheaper flying, unless you got like a real strategy to how you can get it cheaper and all that other stuff, you're going to be paying a lot more. So I'm not trying to, if you get 2 bags and you do it under this, that's too much calculating for me. So we going to continue paying whatever we going to pay and checking our bags. But y'all who do your due diligence and save a lot of money traveling, it's smart. You know, I love a good deal, but child, I don't have that patience. But y'all let me know in the comments, do y'all fly Southwest? Do y'all plan on flying Southwest after this, after these policy changes? Y'all let me know in the comments below. I'm out.
We in a no hyena zone. Anti-hyena. It's my zone.